You want to take your spot?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck yeah. G'day, I'm Basil. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bissela.
Basilica, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it in Latin, I think, you know? Basilica.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. What's been going on in your life, man? What are you up to?
I'm Dexile.
Just point the mic more towards you.
I'm Dexile.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Dexile means that you have to marriage to prevail. If you do not marriage, you shall not sail. You shall not know the Holy Grail. You shall not move the bale of hay. You shall not know the pyramids that they claim are grey. You shall not know the entailed of that would be the most imbailing hay type of I sneeze every time I think of Jesus Christ. No, maybe it's just an ethereal light in the archetype that says day will always be. Walking along the sands, feeling the army of sands as the human being as a grain of sand. Am I man? If you claim my glory of that with thy speech, maybe Christ walked upon the contrary, blessing every dream story inside the hidden life of even inside an ochre rock and rye, there is a beautiful gift of infinite, uncounted life. Yes, that is me.
I love you, man.
Thank you. I love you too, man.
That was actually very well said.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
In the recordings of lessons, in the recordings of astral possessions, meaning a possession can be an artifact of material wealth, even if it's not seen as wealth, because someone has walked in the older path to say, no, I will not possess that of another man's wealth. I totally agree with that, and I want to ask you the question. What do you believe and what do you think, in your opinion, about power over love? Or holding power over love?
The question implies that you're implying some kind of control in power, control over love. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, you are taking the position of God in love.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't think love is something that's controllable. I mean, like, one factor of love that's controllable is it can be cultivated. You can control your life in a way that you can make a good garden bed for love to grow.
Yeah.
Right? You know, but the actual growth of that love, of that flow of energy, you know, that creates plants and everything around us, is not under your control.
Yeah, I understand.
That's God's domain, I feel.
So subterranean ether without love would just be a green Celsius. It wouldn't be a tree of immense growth.
Say that again, man, sorry.
So a plant, a green archetype plant, a subterranean plant life,
Yeah.
would not be the power over love. Couldn't. Because it would just be ether.
Well, a car wouldn't be a car completely without the fuel that makes it drive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I think, you know, like, there is a part of that plant that is inanimate dead wood.
Yeah, okay.
That will burn and that is not eternal.
Yeah.
But the life force that created it is outside of this place and is eternal and will not perish.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So the tree beholds more love than the plant.
No, I didn't say that. Tree, plant, same diff. It's all transducers of that chi, that universal energy. You, this grass, plant, you know, concrete, to a lesser degree.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, there's minerals and enzymes throughout all things, you know, like, there's a fungus among us, man, you know, I mean, the whatever the fuck the mushroom network's called. forget.
The mushroom.
You know.
Of,
The mushrooms.
yeah, mushroom. Must I go into another man's room and act like I own you? Who the hell does that? As if you act like the prison warden, then you're in the prison, and then you find someone inside the prison, in the prison, and then you're in them, and then you go into their room and go, oh, this is my room. But all they're trying to do is, have something like. They might be Christ in the future, Do you know what I mean? The mentality of possessions.
Yeah, well, things you own end up owning you, right?
Yeah, but if you just got the simple energies of, the patheteral.
Pointing the mic towards the buskers, bro.
The patheteral, the patheteral is to say, in the simple possessions that I have, I wouldn't throw them down a chasm to claim a never-ending possession. But some beings did throw their possessions of the mind down chasms to remind them that somewhere down there is a spine in decline that needs some sort of helping to know that, no, everything is not owned. There is a spirit unknown that is the mind of that spirit, and this is the gift to fall in and to retrieve it. To reap it and retrieve it, which I think is awesome. In the analogy of stars.
To know thyself.
Yeah. It's like, would you cast a star? You can't really cast a star into the depths of spells, but or can you? If they've chosen to become the human evolution of the down under.
Right. Here's a question for you. What is the biggest consequence that you've faced in your life for telling the truth?
In the gift of all safety inside the source of death, I haven't faced too much compared to what either beings that have worn the overalls of many different schools of where they know that the soul always gets bruised when they think there's a knowledge that is greater than you. So I haven't faced that much condemnation, but probably the most is crucifying myself through toxic habits. But yeah, I have not gone through that. Yeah.
So it was like
torching the truth.
Destructive patterns that you inflicted upon yourself for telling the truth.
Yeah.
So the consequences were really like self-imposed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Could I ask
what
the truth was that you expressed that got yourself into this much trouble by yourself?
I don't truly know the mechanics of sorcery, and I don't want to learn it, but I am still always curious of the demand inside the mind to attempt to think I have power over it or might have power over it, which I don't, because it's very lucid and it's very dreamy and it's...
So you can't quite pull the memory of what that truth was that got you into that moment.
Yeah, if it is deception, no matter what, if there's deception, it can still be a truth, but it gets confusing.